Respected teachers, today we are going to focus on Portfolio Activity 8, Module 8. The title is Pedagogy of Environmental Studies, presented by G. Lakshmi Nasamma. Portfolio Activity 8. Name of the teacher, name of the school, and the topic or the basic information. Here I selected for class 5. The lesson number 1 is Migration of People. Portfolio Activity. Here we have to select a chapter or unit from EVS textbook of any class and design a lesson or unit plan with activities where children are actively involved in the learning process. Here some steps are given to follow to complete the activity. Describe the chapter, describe the context including the school and facilities, children and their needs, write learning objectives for each lesson, what do you expect from the children from the chapter and our unit, then design the lesson plan or unit plan aligned with the learning objectives, then the check and integrate various concerns, gender, art, inclusion of aspects wherever possible, plan and design assessment formats needed, map the lesson with the learning outcomes that can be achieved, use the template given to complete the task. Here the template given by the NCERT to complete the task. Under that template there are different headings. The first one is topic, class size, lesson description, learning objectives, resources or technology, learning experiences designed, and the last one is intended learning outcomes. Topic, Pedagogy of Environmental Studies, class 5, class size. Here the class size in the sense strength of the class. Here in my class there are 40 students are there. Then lesson description. The heading is Migration of People. Migration is a seasonal movement of people from one place to another place in search of better livelihood. Sometimes it changes the structure of families. Migration affects children in different ways. There are two reasons for people to migrate. They are natural and economical reasons. Calamities like floods, cyclones, earthquakes, etc. are the natural reasons for migration. Then the reasons like job transfers, poverty are economical reasons for migration. Slums are formed due to migration. That is about the description of the lesson. Then we will go for learning objectives. Here I am giving the learning objectives only particular to this lesson only. Here the students will be able to use content specific vocabulary to describe human migration. They differentiate between push factors and pull factors. They describes causes and effect relationships related to human migration. Then the resources or technology. Under the textbooks, low cost, no cost TLM, locally available material, flashcards, charts, worksheets, copies of the quiz and lesson, access to computer or internet, alternative academic calendar, social media tools, folders like pouches to keep the activities of portfolios, videos, role plays, projects, field trips, drawings and crafts. These are the resources. Then next one is the learning experiences. The teaching learning process should be carried out with the inclusion of different strategies. The strategies. Here the teacher can create meaningful learning opportunities to help the children imbibe the necessary knowledge, skills and the values through effective strategies like surveys and interviews, experiments and explorations, discussions, projects, sharing experiences, rubrics. Here I want to highlight the first one, that is surveys, and the last one is rubrics. Here I selected the first strategy. Let us see the survey. Survey. What is meant by survey? Survey helps to involve children to seek, collect and use information to draw meaningful insights. Under that, I covered the three activities. The first activity is individual activity. Collect information about what are the effects of migration from internet. This is the individual activity. Then we will go for group activity. Under that group activity, first activity is collecting information about families that have migrated to your surroundings or village. Then activity 2. Do a survey in groups to know about migrated families in your village or town because of COVID-19 and record their experiences. Then the third one is teacher activity. Here the teacher may provide the following table to record the observations. They put a tick mark in different columns according to their observations. The table is reasons for migration. The headings under this table are serial number, family name, then reasons for migration are floods, cyclones, job transfer, poverty and nomads. Nomads means the people they are moving from one place to another place. These are called nomads. Then the first family. What is the reason for migration? Means cyclones. Then the children have to put the tick mark under that heading. Then second family. Okay, like this they have to put the correct answers under correct subheadings. Then assessment. How can we assess? We can assess the students by using the academic standards. The following are some of the academic standards. Under that, the first one is conceptual understanding. What is meant by conceptual understanding? Here we have to assess the children whether they have to understand the concept or not. What is the concept here? Migration. So we ask the questions like this. What is migration? What are the advantages and disadvantages of migration? Like this you have to assess the conceptual understanding in students. Then second one is questioning and hypothesis. Under this activity is, if you meet a migrated family in your village, what type of questions would you ask them to find out the reasons for migration? With this, the students have to develop the questioning activity. Next, discussion. Under discussion, we are integrating gender sensitivity, no gender bias. We are involving all the children, both girls and boys, to discuss with each other. Here, discussions can be initiated and facilitated among children at home with their elders, at school with their friends and social media. Then experiments and field observations. Under this, the activities find out the information of migrated people and record their experiences. Next one is project work. Here we are integrating ICT. Find out the reasons for migration. Next one is drawing pictures. Here we are integrating art. The children can draw the mind maps by using the pencil, eraser, etc. Here the activity is draw a mind map showing the reasons for migration. Then like this you have to draw the mind map. Then at the center the concept, and the cyclone is the first example for reason for migration. Then remaining reasons the children have to fill in the circles. This is about the reason for migration, the drawing mind map. Next one is rubrics. On how the survey is, that is the rubric here. Draw the table as same as the reasons for migration which are given in the teacher activity and allot the score as follows. If the children they give detailed description of why migrants moved, for that they got 4 marks. That is the score. Then the children will give satisfactory description of why migrants moved, 3 marks. If they give few details, 2 marks. Little to know about why migrants moved, they will score 1 mark. Like this, we will give in the scores to the project. Next, intended learning outcomes. Here, the students will be able to understand the concept of migration and its effects. The learning outcomes belongs to only this particular lesson. Know the reasons for slums formation, know the reasons for migration of people, and integrate the ICT, gender sensitivity, and of course art with pedagogy of environmental studies. Then the last one is conclusion. Template designs like this helps the teacher and student to acquire first-hand experience of problems around and learn more about problems around them. This is the end of this portfolio activity. We got more pages than the remaining ones. No problem. Next we will go for evidences in the next slide. These are the evidences. These pics are drawn by me. The first, second and third picture, there the people are migrating from their places to their village to other places. In the first picture, the man, children and the woman, they are leaving the village. In the second picture, a woman is leaving. And then the third picture, woman with her daughter, they too migrating from their village to other place. In next pic also, all the father and their children, they are also moving from this place to that place. That is called the migration, moving from one place to other place. These are also drawn by me. This picture shows that the effects of migration. Here the people, they became weak and they doesn't get food and they doesn't get any money. That is why they are leaving their villages. They are migrating from their villages to other places. These are the effects. Here they became hungry and they fall onto the ground and they are also leaving. And then this is the peak, that is newspaper peak. During the period of 1977, there is a lot of flood. These are the effects from that flood. See the peaks. So many people were died. They are hungry and these people, they doesn't get any food. Then finally, hats off to Sonu Sood, because he is helping the needy people. He sent so many migrated people from one place to other place with his own money by totally so many number of buses. So once again, hats off to Sonu Sood. Okay, thank you one and all for watching my portfolio activity. Thank you.